Yo, what is good guys? Harry Dynamite Storm back here with another video, and today I'm going to be talking about GTA 5 as per usual, but this time I want to talk about something that not really many people talk about. I don't see many people talking about this one mission or this one little part of the game that is completely fucking pointless. Now, this could have been intentional on Rockstar's behalf, but at the same time I don't care. Like, every time I play this game and we get to that part, I'm just there like, why do I do this? Because I know it's fucking pointless. What am I talking about? The Merryweather Heist. This whole section that can go across 3 to 4 missions is absolutely useless, because in the end you don't even get anything. Now, all the heists in the game, you at least get payment, or it does something to the story. For example, the jewelry store heist, you get paid and you also move along with the story with Michael repairing Mike Madrazo's house, which leads to Michael eventually ending up in Sandy Shores. Obviously not forever, but obviously for that small part of the game. Next thing, obviously we'll skip the Merryweather heist because that has no meaning, but the Blitz play heist, literally, it's to help obviously meet up with Devin Weston. They sort of knew him, but they didn't know him much, to collect the packet. But when Michael gives him the package, then obviously from there Michael gets to deal with Solomon, and he gets Franklin and Trevor hooked up to do the cars. So the Blitz play heist does a lot to help out, plus it's a fun mission. Polito heist, that's just to help with some funding for the FIB, and obviously eventually it's 2 payments to Franklin, because he gets one in this heist and then he gets one in the Burrow raid. The Burrow raid is to wipe Michael's files clean along with Dave and Steve's records, so it's a pretty important heist, because if you choose anything other than option C at the end, then, well, it's unfortunate that Steve's going to get away with everything, whilst Dave could actually be close to getting fired, like it was said. Whoa, Trevor, you absolute maniac. And then the big score. Well, the big score is the big score, to get a lot of money, to get rich really quick, and basically to buy all the properties and shit. So that's the main reason. But the Merryweather heist has nothing important, and honestly, I'm just going to say it now, that mission, the Merryweather heist, is one of the most boring missions in the whole game. Now, both options are pretty shit, but not just that, but let's talk about the fucking setups, because oh my god, them missions are goddamn awful in itself. Let's start with scouting the port. The mission to scope out the port is absolute dog shit. One of the worst missions in the game. You are supposed to be undercover, working in the docks, and I understand why it's slow, because you need to, obviously you can't be running around the docks and pulling out your pistols and shit, but it's so boring. Like, they could have attempted to make it fun, but it wasn't even fun in the slightest. That mission was honestly a waste of time, and I wish they'd never put that in the game. I wish they just took this Merryweather heist shit out and given Trevor some other missions regarding Floyd, like maybe helping Floyd deal with like some problems he has with Deborah, like maybe building his self-confidence, like maybe taking him to the strip club or something to help his confidence be built. Oh god, let's just skip this cutscene, then we'll continue to talk about what we're talking about. But yeah, this mission was absolute dog shit. I don't know why they thought it was a good idea. Oh wait, I know why they thought it was a good idea. It was just absolutely stupid, because they're like, oh, let's waste the time. And then the setup, okay, the mini-sub setup wasn't terrible, but it wasn't good either. And then the cargo bob setup was, obviously this is only for option 2. It's absolute shit. I'm just gonna quickly turn down the volume, because it is really annoying me now, non-surprisingly. Copyright music. And then I don't know if I can actually... Okay, there we go. So, basically, like I was saying, the mini-sub setup isn't terrible. It's actually decent, but one of the worst setups is the cargo bob, is obviously for option 2. If you select to go with option 2. For both options, you need the mini-sub. But if you go with option 2, you need to get a cargo bob. And that mission is hot garbage, because you have to break into the military base and steal a cargo bob. Doesn't sound too difficult. Except the fact that the whole fucking military is shooting at you. Yeah, there's a reason why they made Trevor with his rampage ability, so it's less likely he's going to get shot up. But still, why did that mission have to exist? Just why? Just absolutely why? The mission is just terrible. And then obviously we get to the heist, so you think, oh, so the scoping out mission was crap. Absolute terrible. Probably the worst mission of the game. The mini-sub setup, okay, and if you did the cargo bob setup, it was crap as well. So they're thinking, hey, so this has got to be a decent amount. When they're approaching it, obviously Trevor's like, oh, you're going to get paid big amounts. You're going to get paid all this big amounts, 20 million, obviously 20% each, which is obviously $4 million for all of them. Obviously, I believe it will be Floyd, Wade, Michael, Trevor, and Franklin. That'd be all their payments, right? $4 million each. $4 million! Imagine what we could have done with $4 million at the beginning of the game. But no. So you're thinking, oh, this is going to be worth it, right? But then it just gets worse. Because if you choose the first option, obviously this is the option of the freighter, obviously when you're at the containers at the port, the mission itself isn't awful, but it's nothing special. You're literally going around being stealthy. Obviously stealthy, yes. You're being like really quiet as Michael. Good thing we switched to him. You're being really quiet as Michael. You got some stuff you need to do. Obviously rescue him. Obviously, not rescue him. Sorry, I'm thinking of another mission. Sorry. You literally need to put sticky bombs on the boat, blow it up, and get whatever's in the container, right? So fair enough. But what I really don't like is just how like slow it can go, and plus you can easily get spotted, and it's so damn annoying when you're trying to get it stealthily the first time. It is so annoying. You don't understand how pissed it makes me every single time. And then we get to the next bit, obviously, of the mission. Franklin, using a sniper rifle, has to take out everyone at the docks, and then he has to cover Michael as he gets off the ship. Okay, not terrible. Ship goes up, cool scene, don't get me wrong. Then Michael, you're searching for it, pretty easy find. Then Trevor just comes in the last minute with a submarine, takes the device up, and Floyd lifts it up with the crane when he gets to the pier. Okay, cool. We're gonna get 4 mil when obviously the money's brought back. But oh no, Lester in a fucking hospital outfit nonetheless. He shows up with his arse hanging out the fucking outfit and is like, do you realise what you've done? And then Michael and Franklin's there like, the fuck's he done? Trevor's like, oh, I'm selling this to the Chinese. Everyone's like, what the fuck? And obviously everyone's like, oh, you gotta put it back, Trevor. And me, when I first played this mission, I'm like, nah, don't put it back, I want the money. But oh no, Trevor's just there like, right, let's put it back. So no one gets paid. So not even Trevor figures out something else to get the guy's money. After all that effort they went to, in the end, they don't get paid. What the fuck? And you're thinking, oh, option B, maybe they get paid. Nope, because even if you're going offshore, which is the worst approach, you literally did more setups for a really boring mission. You've got a long-ass drive to Sandy Shores Airfield, and oh my god, the drive isn't even worth it. It's not even fun dialogue. And then obviously you're driving to Sandy Shores, but it just doesn't get any better from there, because even though you're driving to Sandy Shores, you get in a helicopter as Michael, and Michael, let's just literally look at his status. If you don't go to flight school, Michael's on like 30 to 40% in flying skills, so he ain't that great. Trevor's in the submarine, he's got this app. Obviously when you get to the offshore part, you literally drop Trevor in the sea, uses this app to locate where he's supposed to be finding the crater, and you find the device, you get the device, and you come back to shore. Obviously Michael lifts you up, and then you get a bit of a shootout with Merryweather as Franklin, but it still isn't anything memorable. Literally, I ended up failing because when I first played this game when I was 9, I failed it. I went with option B first. I failed it every single time, right? So I skipped the shootout. So I thought, Franklin doesn't do jack shit in this heist, but obviously it turns out he does do something. He shoots the fuck out of people if you don't fuck it up. Then you get back to Sandy Shores Airfield, and oh wait, yeah, you still don't get paid, because Lester shows up, this time fully clothed, and he's there like, right, you know what, again, you cannot have this because the military will be looking for you, So if I were you, put it back in the sea. And then, obviously, they're just there like, okay, we'll put it back in the sea. Trevor loses his shit just like I did. And I'm just there like, what the actual fuck was the point of this heist if we're literally just going to give the money away eventually? Like, there was no point. You could have literally cut this whole heist out, scouting the port out, the mini-sub, and bugger all would have changed. Literally nothing in the game would have changed if they cut this out. All that would have changed is they would have need some more missions. Maybe, hell, maybe give an extra mission about the FIB shit, or give Trevor and Floyd's relationship, or maybe Wade or something. Like, do something with it, instead of just fucking, you know, making it so bad. Just so bad, you're not even having any fun with it, and then it turns out to be buggerless, like really pointless anyway. Like, some of the missions are pointless and obviously boring, but that's because you have to get to this next part. But the Merryweather Heist doesn't achieve that because it's supposed to be a fucking heist. Whoever thought this heist was a good idea, you can get fucked. Whoever did that at Rockstar, I'm sorry mate, but you're really stupid, and I hope you've been fired. Goodbye.